Kia ora and welcome to a new video from NZ Pocket Guide. Today I'm going to be talking about the boring part of traveling, that's medical and travel insurance, with all the questions that you must ask your insurance provider before purchasing your travel cover. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so to begin with, NZ Pocket Guide is based in New Zealand, and under New Zealand law, we are not financial advisors or insurance advisor. So be aware, this is just our tips and what we usually ask our travel cover. Okay, so let's get to the questions. The first thing that we ask our insurance provider is, where is the insurance based? Usually, an insurance provider that is based in the country that you're traveling to will be much more responsive and know the market and local operators better. So it is always a good idea to pick an operator that is based, or at least has a base, where you're going. Next up on the list is who is the underwriting company and are they licensed? Pretty much all insurance providers use underwriting company in order to provide their coverage. They do not provide their coverage themselves. So knowing who the underwriting company is and what is their rating, as well as knowing if they are licensed, is always a really good idea, as it will tell you the strength of the coverage that you're about to purchase. Next up on our list, we have pre-existing conditions. There are a couple of things about pre-existing conditions that you need to know. First up, it is quite important and actually crucial to know how does your insurance company define pre-existing conditions, as some of your normal conditions may be defined as pre-existing condition under that said coverage. So just make sure that you check that out. Also, if you do have pre-existing conditions, make sure that you discuss with your insurance provider to know if they will affect your coverage or not. And if so, how much will you have to pay extra? Speaking of paying extra, let's talk about excess and deductible. Always ask if you will have to pay an excess or deductible, and if so, how much. Now, an excess or a deductible is basically the minimum amount of money that you will have to pay in order to use the insurance services. So for example, if you have an excess of $250 and you go see a specialist, then you will have to pay the first $250 and your insurance provider will cover the rest. That's what an excess is, and you need to know about it before purchasing your cover. Next up on the list, we have the procedures to handle claims. Always ask your insurance provider what is their procedure to handle claims, because you want a process as seamless as possible. If you're traveling in a foreign country where you know nobody and you are already stressed by having some health issues, you may not want a strenuous, long and extensive process to handle your claims. You will want something swift and fast. And finally, speaking of something swift and fast, it's always a good idea to ask your insurance provider if they are paying the hospital or the physician directly. Some insurance provider will require you to pay the hospital or the physician yourself, and then you will be able to claim that money back through the process of claim handling. This can take quite a while and can take a big strain on your finances when traveling abroad. And on top of that, some people may not be able to actually pay tens of thousands of dollars out of their credit cards when overseas. So make sure that you inquire about this and know what is the process for paying physicians and hospitals. Alright, so there is much more information for you on nzpocketguide.com, so make sure to check it out. And the whole team is joining me in wishing you the best time ever in New Zealand.